This video demos a scraper that can be used to scrape the Arizona Newspapers Association website. The search query that would be used by the scraper for this demo would be the same as the one you had used in your video for detailing all the different project requirements. I have that search query open on my screen right now, and it basically looks for public notices in all counties and parishes, in all newspapers, containing the word Maricopa and at least one of the words deceased person or estate, and falling in the dates Jan 1st, 2016 to May 21st, 2016. Now, before moving on to a live demo of the scrapper, I think it would be a good idea to skim through the scrapper code. Explaining this code real intuitively, what we do is start off by opening up a web browser and going to the URL containing the search form at public notice ads. Then we move on to fill out this form with our search query. You would be able to see the text from this screenshot right here getting filled in this form, and then we submit this form, and then in this highlighted region we basically move on to the search results of our search query. And in this highlighted region we iteratively go through every search result, and since every search result represents a public notice, we iteratively go through every public notice, we scrape its data, we write the data into an Excel file, and then we repeat that process with every public notice that showed up as a result of a search query. And this code right here basically adds our scraped data into the Excel sheet. And this code here indicates that the Excel sheet has four columns. One column represents the county, the other column represents the name of the publication, the third column represents the date of the publication, and the fourth column, while it has a non-intuitive name here, the fourth column represents the actual public notice in its entirety. So the live demo of the scraper would initially start slow so that it is easier to follow its different actions. I've just loaded the web scraper, and we would initially see a new browser window opening up right here. And then we move on to the URL, the search URL at public notice ads, and then we move on to fill out the form at this URL. Let me maximize this thing. And once this form is filled, we hit go and we go to the page containing all the different search results. We start off with the first search result by clicking it open, going to the notice it represents, and then scraping this entire notice. And when I say scraping this entire notice, what we do is basically scrape this value and then this entire notice. So it's basically four things that we are scraping. And after the scraping is done, we go back to our search results and repeat the process with the other search results, and we continue doing this till we have scraped the last search result. This particular search query throws up around 2000 entries, so it wouldn't be possible to cover the scraping of all those 2000 entries in this video. So I'll just wait for a few more entries to get scraped, and then I'll stop the video. Alright, I'm stopping the video right now, and I'll move to the Excel file which I got populated from an earlier scrape tryout. So again, due to shortage of time, I couldn't allow the web crawler to scrape all the 2000 items, so I had to stop the crawler at around 1600 items. So this is the Excel file I'm talking about. Uh, every scrape page, every scraped public notice gets placed in this Excel file. And for every scraped public notice, we uh, we note down its county, its name of the publication name in which the public notice appeared, the publication date, and the original public notice in its entirety. If you scroll down this Excel sheet, you'll see that we have around 1600 notices. And while this Excel sheet might need editing, this is just a rough idea of what we can achieve through the scraper. Whatever editing requirements you have for this Excel sheet, we can definitely put them in the code as well. So no issues on that front. So this was a short demo of the web scraper that has been made to satisfy your request. While I do understand that the data you're looking for might be available electronically from the code itself, but if you still require the scraper, we would be more than happy to provide it to you. And honestly, having this job would be very helpful as well. Thank you.